God, God, God. God has a wicked sense of humor, and wicked is a pun intended, is an intended pun. Really, God? Last night, I said to God, you know, God, I'm really feeling sick. I cannot fake it any longer. I am just too sick. I'm here in bed, or on the bed at 6 o'clock. I'm tired. I'm tired, but now I have to walk back out and go medicate. If I don't, no one will. I'm tired, Lord. I'm in too much pain. I cannot do this anymore. What am I going to do? I need to quit. So I told God, all right, you know what? Just give me one sign. Just one sign to continue on YouTube, because really sitting is painful. Right now, flare season, it's worse. And I can't do this. It's too painful. It's a lot of effort, but there's no one out there. So why am I on this channel? Please just give me one reason to be on this channel, just one. And I said to myself, don't even tempt him. So I said, you know what, God? Actually, don't. Don't give me any sign. I'm happy not being on YouTube. I'm cool with it. End of YouTube. No one will look for me. It was just one of those things. I tried it and it didn't work out. Except for someone. Now, see, my heart was already touched because, judging by the diction, not that you can hear diction on this, but you can read it. I'm imagining a colored mom who wrote this, and I already have such an affinity for colored special needs moms because they are the only ones who go to war for their children in the Western Cape. They are at the marches. They want the best for their children. And it just had to be a colored woman asking this question. Hi Tandy, hope you're well. I just by chance came across your Felinic video on YouTube. Can you please say where you got your Felinic acid, the brand name, which doctor prescribed it? All the doctors I've been to won't prescribe it. My child is a non-verbal autism 4-year-old. Did the doctor made you do the FRAT test? I don't know what that is. First, how much Felinic acid is your child taking with which other supplements? And for how long have your child been taking Felinic acid? I'm stuck. Why did she email me? And that is one reason. So here I am, and because it was linked to autism, I will not put up the video I had recorded. See what I mean? I record it, I get time to record, but then I've got no time to edit because I'm then busy with something else. But anyway, because it's her fault and she's linked to autism, here's the video, a video. Not the video I was about to post. I'm going to post, which I've not edited yet, but it will also come, and that one will be around and about, I've forgotten. But it's about me and you. If I don't have your number, except for two ladies, note, if I don't have those two ladies' numbers, everyone else shouldn't be on my WhatsApp. She emailed me. That's another video. Okay, this is actually the bad part of autism. Autism comes in many shades and many shades of autism. Darker, lighter, brighter, duller, pale. It's hues and shades and tints. It's a kaleidoscope of symptoms, traits. Autism is so individual that if I can't tell you, there's nothing my children all have in common. There's nothing they all do, but they're all autistic. As in, there's nothing that they all do that is the same. They don't all flap their hands. They don't all just come in and making those sounds. But they're all autistic. They don't all march out because they hear the bathtub, the bath is running. They don't march out and then close the door. They don't come here, Amarissa. Then there's ADHD, which comes, and they all have ADHD, but come here. They don't all wear aprons, right? Come closer, my angel. Do they all wear aprons?
No.
No, they don't. You see, it's different. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Many flavors of autism, right, Amy? Do you all act the same way with your autism?
No.
Is your autism exactly the same for each four of you? All four of you? No. Cool. What did you want to say?
Nothing.
Okay. You can close the door for me. If you think of it, you can let me know. Or you can tell PK to type it.
Okay.
All right. Please close my door. Some can talk, some cannot. Some say words, but they're not communicating. So today, our nonverbal, now I would actually say minimally verbal, but it's not, Mom, look, Mom, I want beans. It's not that. It's just things like, she went from dinosaur, I keep saying dinosaur because she still says dinosaur, but it went from last week, it was bee, bzz, bzz, bee, bzz, bzz, as she's marching around. Today it's flower, garden, butterfly, bee. Flower, garden, butterfly, bee. So you can tell that, okay, in her head, she gets it. All those things go together in a garden. But there's still no mom. The only person she calls is her oldest sister. And it's creepy. Her older sister is away at university in a different province. The day she was going to come, it was a secret. None of the children knew, except for their oldest brother. And that morning, our girl, for the first time ever, our daughter's nickname is Ella. She started saying Ella's that morning. I even texted and said, Ella Yora? Your sister's just saying your name, Ella's. Okay, that's not her name, but it's close enough. As if she knows. You know, sometimes I feel like the angels talk to our children. So anyway, she was saying Ella's that morning. And then, yeah, so that's the one person she calls by name. So when she saw her, she said, Ella's. I don't know why she has the S or the Z. Maybe she hears it, who knows? Or maybe she hears us saying it's Ella's, and so she picked, whatever, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is actually a sad point, a bad point. The point I had tried to make when I said I only moved the children onto medication because to not have them on medication was dangerous. When you're putting in health, like health, life and limb, versus medication and its side effects, yeah, it's different to, they're just not sitting still in class. That's not a life thing. It's a quality of life. It's okay, let's put them in a smaller classroom, or let's not put them in a classroom at all question. But they will not die if they're standing up, for example, instead of sitting. But if you've got a child who's self-harming versus not self-harming, or they will die if they self-harm. If they cut the wrong part of the hand, of the leg, they will die. And each cut can get infected. Then they'll get sick. And then they might die. So that's what I mean by, or they climb onto tables and break their arms. They jump wrong on trampolines against how they know they should jump, or they jump on beds and they know they shouldn't jump on beds, and then they fall off and break their elbows. That's what I mean when I say it had to be I had to have serious reasons before I put them on medication. And I tried all the natural things and they did not work. So here's the other, there were two negatives. One was in the news. Oh man, I told you I'm in pain. One was in the news and it was about ADHD medication. We know ADHD medication's effects because we've dealt with it, haven't we? Long-term stalkers or newcomers. ADHD medication. No one had actually said this to me, but I saw it myself. And for the sake of the people who have just come across my videos, like the lady who wrote to me today, I put our daughter on a mood, all the children are on mood stabilizers, the 4 children, besides the fluoxetine, which is the anti-anxiety antidepressant. They're also on antipsychotics, stuff given to schizophrenics, bipolar people, because the moods are volatile. And when, especially now, my 11-year-old, she's the cutter. She's the I will chew glass when I'm angry child. She's the I will flip the mattress off my bed, and it's not a little toddler bed, it's a 3/4 bed. Flip it off and pick up the base and make it, stand up straight. That kind of person, when she's angry, I will rip the door handle off the wardrobe. I will rip the wardrobe door off the hinges. Anger. I will tear up my sister's blouse. I will tear up her journal because I'm angry. That, yes. Where was I? Okay, so it's a matter of life and death. That's why our girl is on antipsychotics. But what do antipsychotics do for many people? Not all, many. One of the side effects is hunger. Hunger. You never feel full. I've seen tiny stick girls blow up into whales, elephants. It's not their fault. It's the medication. These people are hungry, really hungry. It resonated even more when my daughter said, you know, Mom, now I see why you said we must never say anything to people who are fat. She calls herself fat. I say she's bigger, gentle wording. But yeah, she calls it fat. And so I agree with her, or use her word when she's talking about it. But yeah, I see now why you said we mustn't say anything to someone who's fat. We mustn't make fun of them. We mustn't laugh at them, because they already know they're fat and they don't want to be fat. They don't like being fat. So there's no point in us saying that, because then they'll feel worse. She didn't say it in those exact words, but that's what she meant. And that's what she said, mostly. I can't remember verbatim. And yes, that's true. Well, I just believe you shouldn't say anything mean to anyone about themselves anyway. But yes, they become hungry. And it just coincided with puberty. To, on the scale, she's obese. What do we do? I was talking about ADHD medication. I couldn't remember where I was. And the heart, they in the newspaper, they were talking about how it changes the rhythm of the heart and it can be fatal. I know that. I know that because I noticed, well, I didn't notice, my child would complain, oh, my heart feels like it's beating too fast, it's coming out my chest, I can't breathe, I'm tired, I can't jump for too long. So I would then test her heart rate, and it was too high. I kept telling the pediatrician said, whatever. He ignored me until the day she needed surgery, emergency surgery. And then the surgeon came to examine her, and the surgeon said, what in the world? Why does this girl have such tachycardia? It's bad. She will be dead before she's 25 unless something is done about her heart rate. And I said, see, because I said it verbally to him, because he himself had said, wow, your heart rate's a bit high, and then left it there. But then during the months, I would email and say, look at it, I'll take pictures, but he didn't do anything until that time. Then they did all the ECGs and blah, blah, blahs and blah, blah, blahs, and functionally, or, not functionally, physically, everything is fine. It's the medication. Stimulants, which are what most ADHD medicines are, they stimulate the heart for many people to work faster. And that's not good. Or the rhythm becomes abnormal. And that's not good. So she's on beta blockers for that. That is chronic. She will always be on the heart medication that will regulate her heartbeat while she's on ADHD medication. So that's actually not a quick thing. I'm not actually going to pass over it fast. If you know someone who's on ADHD medication and you've got an Apple Watch or some other way, Fitbit, whatever tracker, or any other way, please check their heart rate consistently and just be sure that it's within normal limits. And if it's not, go and show the doctor, or if the doctor has noticed, tell them we need to do something about this child's life or adult's life is at risk. Do that, please. The article was about a young man who had died. I didn't bother reading it because I already know, and I don't want to get sad. Life is already very sad as it is. So I didn't read the article. Healthy young man. I did. 26. He'd been diagnosed with his ADHD 6 months before. Started medication. Boom. Okay. The other negative, the weight gain, which I started on before I remembered where I'd ended, or where I'd been interrupted. Weight gain. Hunger will lead to weight gain. My angel is eating during the day. She will eat. I'll give her 2 sandwiches. When my back is turned, she'll take another 4 slices of bread and chomp them up. She's inhaling them vacuuming them up, sucking them up. She's not even chewing because she's so hungry that those 2 slices plus the fruit was not enough. So she will triple everything I give during the day. And then at night, it's a free for all. The kitchen, I cannot lock anything. She goes and she will eat even the raw things, raw pasta, raw noodles. She'll open cans of icing that I'm keeping for cake or, topping. She will eat everything, anything, store it like she's a bulimic, like she's going to binge, but it's daily. Store it, hide it, food, in the bed, under the bed, in the car, in the shelves. It's awful and it's dangerous. So we got her tested for other reasons. Well, my problem was her weight. We got her tested, and this is the thing. We need those antipsychotics, or we will have a dead child or a dead sibling, or a child who's been kidnapped, because, as I said, she also runs away, she elopes. So we need a child who's not eloping all the time. The more they run away, the higher the risk of someone bad finding them. We need the antipsychotic. But it's now made her so overweight that she's got that black mark that is caused by when you have diabetes. She's pre-diabetic. Her blood tests also say it. And the black mark also reinforces it, the thick, darker mark around her neck that the doctor saw. Pre-diabetic. Fasting insulin is like, pow! Fasting glucose is, pow! Insulin, pow! Like super bad. Her HbA1c, I think that's what you call it, is still fine, but it's hanging on only because the other 2 are really, really pulling hard. So in a year's time, she'll be diabetic if we can't save her. And it's at the point, it's so bad that both the doctor who does the women's health thing and did I mention PMDD to you? I don't know if I did, but I went to her for the PMDD. Look up PMDD for neurodiverse people. It's also a matter of life and death sometimes. So she said it, and so did our pediatrician. It's so bad metabolically that we're looking at GLP-1s. We're just waiting for her to turn 12 in December. That's how bad these medications are or can be. Really need to weigh, put it on the scale. Sometimes it's exactly like this, death and death. But which death is more predictable and which death is more controllable? And you work with that. Yeah, so that's where we are, folk. And even the pediatrician himself was saying, what exactly do you think we should do? Because we already have one medication that we're using to fight the side effects of this other medication. Now we're really just chasing side effects, and we still need to treat the actual child. And she's changing, and she has the extra things like the PMDD. I love that through the years he's realized, and we're a team. Even told my husband 2 years ago, she knows, she will figure out how to put these medications together. And if she says this is needed, it definitely is needed. So yeah, check your people. Even if it's an adult, try and get them checked if they're willing to go and get checked. Because we have seen with my non-verbal 6-year-old, that's not easy. Please remember the heart rate, and please remember the fasting glucose, insulin. Yeah. I don't want your child pre-diabetic like mine, or diabetic, or dead. Okay? Special needs is not easy. See you soon. Why am I back here?